welcome to your first clarinet lesson. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go over the basics of like how to put it together, embouchure, all the fun stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. So first we're going to learn how to assemble the clarinet. So you have your clarinet in front of you. You want to make sure that your case won't fall because that would be really sad.
Okay.
So go ahead and grab, this is the bell. Beautiful. And this is the lower joint. Yeah, it looks like this. It's got a little thumb rest on the back. And so the cork goes on the bottom. And what you're going to do is you're going to twist the bell onto it. And you want to make sure not to be too you don't want to death grip it because the rods, you don't want to bend them out of shape or else it won't play. And then you'll be sad. And it's good to twist, but you can, if you need to, you can just push it too.
Oh.
Okay.
Got it.
So next we're going to go for the upper joint, which is the other one with all the fun keys. And this one, there's a little piece. The biggest thing is to line up all the keyholes. But another indicator is making sure that these little metal pieces,
like that?
Yeah, they want to be lined up. And then when those are lined up, the keys are also lined up, and vice versa. So next, it'll be the barrel, and you'll put the bigger end because it has to fit the cork inside of it.
Yeah.
And so finally, you gotta put the mouthpiece on. So you'll want to take this little cover off and also the ligature off. The ligature is the metal piece. And you'll want to put it to where the opening is facing you and that the opening lines up with the one hole on the back. And so once you get that lined up pretty well, then we'll go ahead and you'll want to get your mouthpiece out. Or, not your mouthpiece, your reed. And you kind of want to get it a little wet before you stick it on there. And usually the little ligature thing just go on the side. And what you'll do when doing that, I'm going to set my case on the ground. And when you do that, you want to put the flatter part of the reed that's just straight against the mouthpiece. And it helps if you raise the ligature and then move it down with the with the reed. And you'll want to get it lined up to where the top of the reed lines, or the tip of the reed lines up with the tip of the mouthpiece. Like that.
Like that? Is that good?
Yeah. Yep. And then you'll tighten the ligature.
I'm struggling.
Okay.
I think I need to move it down a little bit. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I think I've got it.
Awesome. So next we're going to work on posture. So the biggest thing with playing the clarinet is making sure there's room for your clarinet to go in between your legs a bit and to keep your back straight. You don't want to slouch because then it's harder to breathe. Like that. So like when you sit up straight, it's like your chakras aligning. You just and so with this, we're also going to talk about hand position. So there's a little thumb rest right here, and that's where your right thumb goes. And your 3 fingers on your right hand are going to line up with these openings. And your pinky will also just rest, but it doesn't need to push on anything. And with your left hand, your thumb will rest over this hole, and your other 3 fingers will rest over these 3 openings, and then the same with the pinky. It just stays relaxed until you need to use it. Awesome. And then when we play, we want to make sure it's at a 45-degree angle, because you don't want to be too close. You want to look like a little T-Rex, but you also don't want to look like you're trying to play the trumpet, because we're not trumpet players.
Yeah, we're clarinet players.
We're clarinet players. Alrighty. Now we're going to work on embouchure. So, yeah. So we're gonna leave the mouthpiece on there actually. So basically with the embouchure, you want to make sure you're not super clenched because it'll make your sound really just gross. We want to sound pleasant. We want a pleasant, nice sound. So you want to make sure that your teeth are apart and that it's like, you know what an almond looks like when it's like flipped on its side and it's like whoop. That's how you want how far apart your teeth want to be. You don't want to be biting on it because that, again, super gross. And your bottom teeth are going to be covered by your lip, so you're not like, you know,
like a shark.
Yeah, you're not a little shark. You're a human being. And another important thing is to keep your chin flat, so you don't want to, like, you know when you pout and it kind of gets all wrinkly.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Don't
You want
that.
it like flat and nice and just down. Like it helps to think like your chin goes down and flat and nice.
Right.
And when you put the mouthpiece into your mouth, you don't want to go too far because you're not going to make a sound with that. But you also don't want to be too close to the tip to where you're not really even you don't have it in your mouth really.
Right.
So your top teeth, they can rest on the mouthpiece, and it's only about like 5 millimeters, so it's just like just a little bit, just a little something. And when you're playing, you want to make sure that your corners are like forward but in, you know, kind of like firm.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, so now we're gonna try and play a note. So can you tell me the key things for having a good embouchure?
Okay, so you're gonna have a flat chin. You're gonna make sure that your corners are firm, and kind of, I don't know, smiley, and make sure that like your bottom lip is over like your bottom teeth, and about 5 millimeters onto the mouthpiece to make a sound.
Yeah. Okay, so can you show me that?
Okay.
It'll kind of look like...
Okay.
Yeah. Looking good. Okay, so now you're not going to push any keys down. Just, you're going to want to blow nice warm air. You're going to breathe from your stomach with your good posture. And just focus on blowing through the horn. So...
Oh no.
That's okay. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't warmed up.
It's good, yeah. So, yeah. So next lesson, we're just going to go over, again, we're going to go over how to put the horn together. We're going to go over the embouchure. I'm going to have you play a note or two. We'll learn another note. Make it a little spicy. But, yeah, that's it.
Thank you. You're the best teacher ever.
Stop it.